Welcome, Eurovision fans! It's time to talk about the Netherlands at Eurovision 2019. The Netherlands will be represented by Duncan Laurence with the song Arcade. If I had to describe the song in one word, I'm gonna need a minute because there's a lot of words I can use to describe this song. Sad, depressing, cinematic, but the one that I come up with the most is masterpiece. This is a beautiful and epic song, and I absolutely love it. I'm not even gonna wait to give my rankings there. I absolutely love this song. It's incredible, and masterpiece is really the strongest word I can come up with when thinking of this song. It's just a beautiful journey, and it's a pleasure to listen to this song. I almost get teary-eyed thinking about it just because I love it. I really connected with it. So it's a fantastic addition to the Eurovision Song Contest library history. So speaking of it specifically, Duncan explained, quote, "When I was studying at the Academy, I learned that you can appeal to a large audience without losing your own story in the process. I searched for touching stories that moved people from my own life or somebody else's life. I got my inspiration from the story of a loved one who died at a young age. I decided to call the song Arcade. The words and chords came by themselves, which is why, despite the alternations in the song, it still sounds so organic. Arcade is the story of the search for the love of your life. It is the hope for the sometimes unattainable," unquote. Yeah, it's very deep, very sad. A lot of emotions with this song. That's one of its strong suits. So what are some of the positives of this song? Personally, I love the theme of the song. Humans are full of emotions. We are told that happiness is good and many of the other emotions should be suppressed. Anger, sadness, heartbreak, jealousy, which is why I loved Vislat Nyar so much last year from Hungary. It was real, it was edgy, it was authentic. When somebody dies, you feel anger, you feel rage. Sometimes you blame them, sometimes you blame yourself. With this song, it's the opposite. You're not dealing with anger and rage, but you're dealing with sadness, depression, despair. Things don't always work out how you plan and you want them to in life. That's just reality. This song really hits home. Life isn't always fair. Tragedy happens. People die. Sometimes somebody you love doesn't love you back. Sometimes the one you love passes away. This song doesn't mince words nor paint a rosy picture to what we're used to seeing. It is what it is. And I love the real and raw emotions. I lost my mother to cancer when I was only 19 years old. And in listening to this song, I had memories of her pop up again. Memories came flooding back as I listened to this. I'm actually quite grateful to this song for existing because it shows me that my mother and those memories she left are still alive inside of me. You can lose people, but the memories stay. And this song is one I can listen to and reflect on. It leaves me with this feeling of, like, I listen to it and I feel the sadness, I feel the emotion, but I also feel happiness because through the sadness there's happy times that go with it, if that makes any sense at all, that are tied to that sadness of loss, of grief. The song, even if you don't have like a relation with it, specifically speaking of maybe, you love somebody and they don't love you back or something like that. I didn't have that. I'm very much in love with my girlfriend, and everything's good there. I'm not missing anybody. I'm not sad about anybody, but I can find other emotions that align with the song, and the song. I'm doing a bad job of explaining myself, but the song kind of fills that void there a little bit, and some of the things I was sad about, losing my mom and family members and things like that. The lack of being able to communicate with certain members of my family that comes back while listening to the song, and I don't know. I kind of find hope in it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And a song about despair, I find hope. And that's really special to me. I love the instrumental build-up in the song. When it gets to its peaks, I get chills and goosebumps. I love how it builds up, goes back, builds up again. There's so much emotion and feeling that I get while listening to this. I have to pause and just reflect every time I listen to it. This is a good contemporary pop song. It's radio friendly and would do very well in the markets, which is what the Eurovision Song Contest seemingly sometimes strives for. It's debatable though, because we've had some strange winners in the past couple of years that might not have been the most radio friendly tunes, but they were very popular. Yeah, in 1944, a song about genocide. Very popular song, very well performed, but radio friendly? I don't know. The jury should eat this song up, though, and I think it will score very well with the jury, but it's also going to have a lot of support from the televoters, too. I really like the reaction to this song. People seem to really embrace it with open arms, so I love seeing that. A song that maybe I was scared would have a hard time qualifying is being embraced by the community in general. So what are some potential problems with the song? Well, like I said, the song has a very dark theme and presence. A lot of people watch Eurovision to hear anthems, dance music, and more. It's escapism for them. They escape real-world problems to listen to this and be entertained. This is not the type of song that people generally tune in to see. But I do think this song can really impress people and get voters on its side with a solid performance. There are no other songs like this one, and it should stand out. The sad atmosphere could hurt it with the voters, but I also think that makes the song a diamond in the rough, that one-of-a-kind song that people will actually value. The depressing mood and vibe of the song must be accompanied by strong staging, or the song could face potential problems. The other issue that I can think of, and it's not a huge one, I guess, but for me personally, I couldn't for the life of me remember the lyrics after listening to the song. Now, that might just have been because I'm running on very little sleep, but I remember how the song made me felt, and later on in the night, the lyrics flowed back into me and I remembered them again, so I have read that some people do have trouble remembering the lyrics, so while it's not a huge concern, there are some people that feel this way, that the lyrics are hard to remember, so out of the trying to be objective, I wanted to point that out as a potential concern for the song. So what's my personal rating for this song? I'm going to give this song a 10 out of 10. This is only the third 10 out of 10 I've given this entire season. Norway and Portugal were the only other two songs that I gave a 10. This deserves a 10 and maybe an 11. This is a phenomenal song, and I couldn't believe how much it hit me. I'm sitting there at work all night, and this song is running through my head, and as you saw in the reaction video, I heard the song and I was a bit choked up. I'm like, I don't know, what did I just hear? But it's one of those moments where a song captures you and takes you instantly, and you know that you absolutely love it. This is a quality song, and I hope it does phenomenal at the contest. I really do. It's definitely one of my favorites in 2019. So yeah, 10 is a great score, and yeah, I think it's definitely fair for this song. So is this song a contender or a pretender? This song is a contender. I have seen a lot of love and praise for this song. There are concerns, obviously, like I mentioned, with the song's a little dark, and a lot of people go to Eurovision to see more lighter, dancey type songs. There's going to be a lot of competition there. We're starting to get a lot more fast-paced songs, and songs that might be "Look at Me, Look at Me." This song is definitely not "Look at Me," but it demands your attention in a cinematic way. So you will focus on this song. This song will stand out. And the juries are going to be so favorable for this song. I think the juries are going to be so impressed by this. And I think the televoters are going to vote for this too. This is a song that's going to bring everybody together. And you've got now multiple songs that sound similar to each other with the faster paced songs. And those might cancel each other out a little bit. And a song like this might be able to rise up and take the competition. I think it's completely feasible to say that this could win Eurovision 2019. Absolutely. So it's a contender to win the competition. I'm not saying dark horse, I'm saying it's an absolute contender. This should be considered a top 10 song to win the contest. As far as qualification, well, I answered that with the winner. This is going to qualify for the finals. I don't see any scenario where the song doesn't qualify unless it's just a disastrous performance or something happens. This song will qualify for the finals and is a contender to win Eurovision 2019. So let's take a look at my rankings versus the Eurovision official results for the Netherlands. None of these songs on the list have been bad at all. I've liked the Netherlands songs every year. Walk Along, I had ranked as my number 30 song. It placed 33rd. Yeah, it didn't do that well, but this was a song I really enjoyed. It's just, again, 2015 I felt was a really strong year, and I loved so many of the songs. 2016, Dow Bob, Slow Down, was my number 5 song. Absolutely loved that song, and it ended up placing 11th. And then 2017, Oh Gene, Lights and Shadows, I had ranked at number 15. It placed 11th. Again, this is a song that also really touched me. So now 2 of the past 3 years, Netherlands have really touched me emotionally in regards to losing my mother and cancer, and the situation with Eugene's mother was really touching and just a nice song. Absolutely. And then last year, Waylon, Outlaw Anthem, I had ranked at number 22 and placed 18th at Eurovision. And this year, Arcade is going to be right up there contending for my number 1 spot at Eurovision 2019. Thank you for watching my review of the Netherlands at Eurovision 2019. Songs like this make my job so much easier as a reviewer. I love this song, and Netherlands, you have a fantastic artist and song this year, and I don't know, could be my favorite, could become my favorite. It's right there at the top, though. It's definitely in my top 10. It's definitely my top 5. Powerful song, and it's incredible to have quality like this, and it just makes everything better and easier to have something you're passionate about to speak about. And I'm definitely passionate about this song. This is an incredible journey and moment, hopefully, at Eurovision. Hopefully the staging is nice. There's a nice dark atmosphere, and they just put it together phenomenally. I really hope to see a great show with this, and this might end up being my favorite song of Eurovision 2019. It's definitely in the running, so I hope to continue seeing how everything turns out. Okay, well, for now, Lethargic Sloth, out.